Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist. Credit to Cimo and Hossman for inventing it, but first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, so this is the deck we're going to be playing. It's really good. I can't say anything, but Endymion has been the MVP. He just does so much. He's a draw. He's 2300 attack normal summon if we want to. Like, no matter what, he's just a really good card. And he's probably the best normal summon in our deck now. It's probably outpaced everything else. And I'm excited to give this a try. Let's go play. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Our opponent made us go first, which is always an eerie feeling. Having to go first, but I mean, our hand is pretty solid right now, so I'm cool with it. We've got Necro Valley, and we've got Royal Prison, and we've got two, there's a lot. No point to even say it. We're just going to set all this stuff and just go to work here. We're going to set this down the middle and set 5 and pass. Like, really, really solid hand. If they have Harpy's Feather Duster, hopefully they activate it in the middle, because otherwise we basically lose this duel. I mean, what can you do, though? What can you do? This is what the deck we have. This is what we have to play. This is the first time I think we've ever just set 5 pass, or I guess activate a field spell and set 4 pass. Magical Circle, that card's really good, so I'm going to go ahead and Broken Line. Yeah, because if he summons Dark Magician, it's going to get annoying. So I'm going to Broken Line since it's down the middle. You already know, noobs always activate stuff right in the middle. Good for them. So we can get rid of that and we don't have to deal with it. That card is sometimes a +1, but it's also, when it's not a +1, it can be a plus, even more than a +1. So it's a really good card. I don't want to have to deal with it. But they're playing Dark Magician, because every single time it banishes, on top of that, it can add off the top of the deck the first time it's activated. Again, with this 14 card extra deck, I don't know what's going on there. They're going to activate Magician's Souls. Which effect did he activate, actually? It doesn't matter, because, I mean, if it's not... He can't summon it back because of Necro Valley, so I have no reason to... It literally just fizzles. It does nothing. He can't summon it. It's just a dead card right now. So now that Dark Magician's in the graveyard, it's just completely dead. He cannot get it back out. He can't Eternal Soul it back out. He can't use Magician Souls to get it back out. He cannot get that card back out of his graveyard because Necro Valley's on the field, so... like I said, I was about to activate Royal Prison. No need, because things worked out. He's going to set a monster. We have no monsters, which kind of sucks for us. I was hoping one of the battle traps would actually work out here, but it's fine, it's fine. We just need to draw a monster of some kind. Alright, end phase. No, we don't want to activate that unless we really need to. So let's draw. We've got the Nefarious, and it's good enough. Seriously, though, good enough. I don't know what monster this is in Dark Magician. They don't have a lot of huge monsters, so... Battle phase, enter battle phase. Let's just attack over whatever the heck this is. It can't be that big of a monster. So we've got, of course, Magician's Robe. Of course! The one guy that plays Magician's Robe. And most of the time it's a one-of, too. He has the 2000 defense monster I can't get over right now. Quick effect, discard one, special summon Dark Magician from your deck. Again, thank God he doesn't have what. Thank God he does not have the really good card, but it's fine. Summoning Dark Magician is no big deal. Thank God he doesn't have Circle on board right now, because then he'd be banishing this, and more importantly this. But it's cool. Dark Magician's gonna get summoned. Next turn we're gonna use Memories of an Adversary on it, or Royal Prison. But either way, we're gonna use some kind of or Dimensional Prison, I should say. We're gonna use some kind of card on it. That's the point. We're all good here. So, in card advantage, we're even, and it's about to get much better for us. So, to activate that to set Eternal Soul, that's cool. Nothing I can do about that. Like I said, one of the Dark Magician's about to be gone no matter what. So, he's already got one in graveyard he can't summon, And he's about to have one that's banished. This other one I'm either going to banish or either way I'm going to banish. So I'm either Dimensional Prison or Adversary. So no matter what, it's going to get banished. Now he's going to activate Eye of Timaeus, okay. Which is annoying, but I have to live with it. Whatever he's going to summon, I have to deal with it. He's going to probably summon Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. If I had to guess, that's what he's going to summon. But it can also be one of the other Dark Magicians. It can be any one of them. Yeah, Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. This card we can actually take. Your opponent cannot target spawn trap cards with card effects. And then he's going to target a card, banish it. He's going to banish one of our cards. He's going to banish Adversary. That sucks. Which means I'm going to have to use Dimensional Prison on this. I didn't want to, but I have to. Now, he's a moron for not banishing Necro Valley, because that's the card that's actually stopping him from playing the game. He banished a random card instead, which I'm cool with, because now I can use Dimensional Prison. Now, it's like I said, it sucks that he banished the Adversary, but whatever. Dimensional Prison it is. We're going to banish this. I know every card that he's got, so I don't have to worry about anything. That gets banished, and now I don't have to worry about it. And now he's got 2 Dark Magicians in graveyard. And Dark Magician the Dragon Knight's banished, so the Eternal Soul is totally dead anyway. The only thing that does suck is that he can't use Robe right now. Robe is really good for him right now, because he can, if he's smart, he can do some stuff right now. That doesn't do anything at all for us, and we don't have any monsters anyway. I mean, I might as well set it. It's better set it than not, but pass here. This sucks because he can activate Eternal Soul, search. He's not going to do it, or maybe he is. Yeah, he's going to do this. He can search the Dark Magic attack, and then he can discard it instantly for Robe, and then special summon Dark Magician from the deck. That's what he should do, but we will see if he's gonna do it. But he just activated it. Yeah, there was actually stuff that he could have done there. He could have a Dark Magician on field right now, but that depends on how many Dark Magicians he's playing too. Alright, he's gonna activate to add knives, that's cool, or attack. Again, that's cool. He's going to add Dark Magic attack. He can discard it. It's a special summon Dark Magician. But he is not doing that. I guess that's during your opponent's turn quick effect. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. We just need to get... Okay, Fire Barrier Statue's pretty good. If we can normal summon this, then we wrap things up. Because then he can't special summon Dark Magician, so we'll just drop this onto the board and we'll pass here. Best thing we've got right now, honestly. Again, we just cannot get over this Magician's Robe. He's going to activate this again. Eternal Soul to search something else. He's going to add 1,000 knives. Okay, that's fine. And now we're just going to pass. Unfortunately, we have to pass to hope we draw another level 4. So right now we're actually in a decent situation where our opponent just kind of has lackluster cards, but just has this nice 2,000 defense monster protecting himself. But the second we draw another level 4, we're good to go. End phase again. Okay. Fine. The villain arc continues. Let's see. We've got Magistus, perfect card to draw. Actually, the perfect card to draw. Yeah, we're going to normal summon that, and we're going to activate its effect to attach. I think I'm going to attach... See, card advantage would be good, or... Yeah, card advantage, or... I guess we go with card advantage. Card advantage generally is going to be better. It's card advantage or damage we can do. I'd say card advantage generally is better. So we can target a Magistus, then add a Magistus. So we're going to do that. Target itself. Actually, I have a better thing that we can do. We can just go with this. Actually, we can go with... Yeah. We can go with this. Make it that attack, and then we can flip this and then activate the draw, but then we'll have to put a card back anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we'll just go to battle phase now, just attack over the Magician's Robe finally, and then we'll just attack directly twice, and this should be pretty decent. So that way I get to keep the Royal Prison just in case he outs the Necro Valley. I still have Royal Prison good to go. I think we just pass here. End phase again. Alright, so things are looking like they're about to wrap up, which is good. We drew Forbidden Chalice. I think I am going to go for the Sous Ship now. I'm going to start popping things. So we're going to activate this. We can actually target another card and attach it, which we will do. Attach another card to itself. And we're going to attach the Magistus Moon Maiden. So we're going to activate this to search. How much damage do we have? 48. Okay, so we don't have enough damage on board, but we'll have enough damage on board in a second. And then we can activate this to destroy the Moon Maiden and draw another card. And I guess we'll just put back. It doesn't really matter who we put back. Might as well put this back. It doesn't matter because we have game on board. So now we just go to battle phase and attack directly and wrap this up. We have nothing else. Let's not waste any more of this person's time or our own time, and we'll wrap it up. So we've got our first win of the day. And what's wonderful about this win is that we've actually managed to, I believe this is the game to get us into Platinum 4, which is the second highest we've ever reached. So that's, I mean, pretty cool. So we just got that win. Clean, easy win. Our opponent made us go first. I don't know what made them come to that conclusion that was the right decision, but I mean, that's their life. So we rank up here, which is nice, and we've got some gems, but more importantly, we've got no legacy tickets, but we've got reload. Reload's like a card that I would consider playing, but honestly, at this stage, like, this card is just a -1. Our hands, more or less, generally are like going to be good enough to play. All right, this is what our opponent was playing. Like every Dark Magician player, it's just a bunch of random stuff. We've got Dark Magician, Magic Cylinder, 1 triple tactics, 14 card extra deck. I don't know why they do the stuff they do. They do this to themselves, honestly. All right, time to open a master pack. We've got a glow going. I'm really thankful I don't have to play with that TCG ban list. They banned so much stuff that wasn't Fire King, wasn't Snake Eye. We've got King's Knight, Tackle Crusader, UA card. We've got, that's a good card, Different Dimensional Ground. This card in the TCG is actually like in a really good side deck card. The problem is there is no side decking in Master Duel, and this card is really only good going first, because it can, any card sent to any monster sent to graveyard is banished inside. Like, this card's good if you're definitely going first, but going second, that card's like useless. Signet Recovery. This card's honestly not too bad if we, for probably our normal monster deck. It's not a bad card. Spirit of the, this card's not bad. A flip monster, okay. And a Dragon Maid. Finally, we got one of the bigger dragons, so that is actually kind of nice. We have some decent Dragon Maid cards, if we're being honest. Let's see what the super rare is. Battery 9 Volt. Yeah, this card's not really that great, but this is a really good card. It's probably the best card we pulled out of this pack. The Dragon Maid pull is also pretty decent, because like I said, we do have the fusion monster, we have the fusion spell, we have 3 of the trap card. Like, we have some decent cards for Dragon Maids. I don't know if it's enough to play, but definitely it's nice to see that pile growing. This is, like I said, a great side deck card, but main deck may not be too great. All right, we just won the coin flip. Obviously, we choose to go first. Our hand is, I'd say, pretty solid. We've got Barrier Statue and 2 ways to protect it, plus we have Photon Thrasher. I'm going to special summon out Photon Thrasher, and then now our opponent can respond with Max C. Thank God they can respond afterwards, but they can't. You know, it's good enough, so we're going to normal summon Barrier Statue, and then we're going to set 2 and pass. I think that should be good enough against most decks. It just depends on what our opponent's playing. Like I said, 2 ways to protect Barrier Statue. And the next turn we have the follow-up with the Endymion. Honestly, not the best, not like the greatest hand, but as far as what our deck can do, it's actually pretty decent. Alright, so they're going to activate Dark Hole. There goes the Barrier Statue. Well, you know, I don't even know why I bother to win coin flips. Sky Strikers. Okay, the game's over. Yeah, this game's over. They got lucky, and then, I mean, of course they've got perfect opening. It always sucks to deal with Sky Strikers. Honestly, I can't beat this. If I activate it, he's going to chain Quick Effect and turn it into another one. If I activate this, he's going to chain Quick Effect, turn it into another one. I'm going to try to do it. Why not? But I'm already down in card advantage, and the card advantage is only going to get worse and worse and worse because he's playing Sky Striker. Yep, Quick Effect Tribute. So now he can swap it out for another monster. Honestly, we're not going to win this. This deck, like, it perfectly counters us, and I cannot beat that deck with our deck. It's physically impossible. All right, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent's playing Tearlaments. It is a pretty solid deck, so we're going to see what they're able to do here, but obviously they can mill and then mill again, so they've already got the Scream and they've got the Reinhardt. They've got 2 pretty decent starters, so they're going to mill, And they're going to mill 3, and they've already milled. This dude's pretty good. Mayor dude is pretty good. And also he's got the Haviness, which he sent directly, so he's going to fuse into whatever he's going to fuse into. The one that mills 5, he's going to go into that one. The Kid Kalos, he's going to go into this. We're basically just going to sit through this. Now what sucks is we do have Lightning Vortex, but every card that he has floats. So it doesn't matter that we have it. This is not looking very good for us, I'm not going to lie to you. We do have cards that are good against Tier Limit in our deck, but we just happen not to draw them. We do have Ghost Bell, and then we do have, obviously, the other dude, the Bestial. We have Bestial too, he's really good. Bestial would have been really sick in that situation because we could have banished the card, and then he would have had to fuse with stuff on his field, and then we could have searched Tiamaton, and we could have really had some cool stuff going there. Now, we do have Necro Valley, but I don't know how much that's going to do. What we are going to do is, since we do have Necro Valley, we can activate Necro Valley and then activate Lightning Vortex and then destroy everything, and then hopefully his stuff won't float. But obviously, he's got the trap cards that can negate things, so there's only so much that we can actually do. Alright, so this is what our opponent ended on. It's a lot less than I expected, I'm not going to lie, but you know, it is what it is, right? So I really have no choice but to activate Necro Valley first because, I mean, he's got some cards that he milled. I don't know what any of these cards are, so they're not like, unfortunately they're not public knowledge. I don't know what they are. They're probably Tier Limit cards that negate stuff. So right now I think I'm going to activate, yeah, I think I have to activate Necro Valley because these will just float into really good things if I just destroy them straight up with Lightning Vortex. So I'm going to activate that. If this card sticks, I think we have a very solid shot of winning this duel. But again, if it doesn't, then we're kind of screwed here, as you can see. Yeah, it did not stick. Unfortunately, I don't. Now, he's got Haviness in Graveyard. He's got Lightning Vortex. He's got everything going on here. All of his effects are graveyard effects. The Forbidden Chalice does absolutely nothing. We're in a rough bind right now. We have a lot of spawn trap cards. We haven't been drawing monsters. So that goes back. And he fuses into Aru Kalos. If I destroy that, it'll float. If I destroy this, it'll float. If I destroy this, it'll float. All of the cards in our, like every card we have will just float. He's also milling 3. He's getting milled Snow. It's a done deal. There's not much I can do here. There is not much I can do here. Like I said, every single card that I have that if I destroyed, it would float anyway. So if I'm being realistic, I don't think that we can actually win this one. I mean, I could try, right? I could try. I'm going to try it, but I'm going to activate Lightning Vortex. I'm going to discard Forbidden Chalice just because this is realistically the best card, the card that's doing the least. So I'm going to destroy this stuff. He's going to activate most of them to float anyway. He's going to, all 3 of them actually have floating effects, so it literally doesn't matter. Just to show the people who tell me not to leave that it doesn't make sense. But and then I could have like maybe banished one of them when they attacked, but realistically they're going to go off in their turn. I don't have any interruptions. So that duel was it was almost winnable if we had gotten that Necro Valley resolved, but it did not. All right, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent is playing Tenyi, probably Sword Soul. I guess we'll see. We'll put the chaining on so when he links this away, I can Bestial Magnamode immediately. We'll see exactly what he's playing, but you know, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. He just sets a monster. And then he's going to Pot of Desire. This is like the weirdest combination of things being done. Another time, again with this 14 card extra deck. I don't know what the meaning is behind the 14 card extra deck, but you see it so commonly. This is a really like odd order of things to do. This is like terrible dueling. I don't even know what to say. He sets a card, he summons a Tenyi, 14 card extra deck, Pot of Desires afterwards, end phase. Okay, good enough, good enough. Let's see. We've got Ghost Bell, and that against the player who's not doing anything at all. Doesn't do much. So we will Normal summon the Chow Sai, and I think we're just going to go to battle phase with what we've got, honestly. I think that's our best bet. Chow Sai's okay in this. Well, I don't know what he's playing. I don't know if he's playing Sword Soul, so I was going to say in this matchup it's okay, but I don't know that he's playing Sword Soul, so I don't know if it's okay. Because in Sword Soul they do have spawn trap cards, they have graveyard effects, but actually they don't have banish effects, so they don't really matter all that much anyway. There's that Tenyi card that has a graveyard effect. Well, there's multiple Tenyi cards that have graveyard effects. That's a Tenyi, okay. That is interesting. So now we go to main phase 2, set 3, and I think we just pass. It's our best bet, and that's it. We wrap it up. Let's see what he's got. I mean, Tenyi's a solid deck. This guy didn't even go into Link 1. He just kind of did nothing. He did nothing at all. Are they going to activate the Sword Soul Emergence? That's fine with me. Like I said, this is more than likely a Sword Soul. Sword Soul Tenyi. It's going to add Moyi. We do have the out to Moyi. We've got the... Not only we have Memory Loss, but we also have Fiendish Chain. He's going to normal summon it. I don't have anything on normal summon, so that's cool with me. And he's going to link away finally into the Link 1. He didn't even activate the Moyi. I don't even know what to say. We're definitely going to Bestial Magnemite here. It's just the intelligent thing to do. We're going to banish it immediately so he can't use the graveyard effect. But knowing this guy, he wasn't going to use the graveyard effect anyway. It didn't matter. He would have. This guy does his own thing. He just like he's going to activate the Tribute a Worm. This is the card that I was talking about that Chow Sai actually negates. He's going to tribute that to special summon a worm from the deck, and that's fine with me. But this obviously it only negates the graveyard effect. The second effect is search a Tenyi card. I don't know why he tagged that one out. It's not like I was doing anything anyway. He's going to summon the Sovereign dude. That's cool with me because again he doesn't have any tuners on board, so I'm cool with it. We're going to activate Bestial Magnemite, and we're going to search. Maybe this is the first day he's playing Sword Soul. Ash Blossom on the Bestial Magnemite's cool with me. Absolutely cool with me. I don't care. Like, yeah, we don't get the Tiamaton, but, like, our board's better than his board. And he's got no follow-ups, and he doesn't have any normal monsters. He doesn't have any non-effect monsters. He just has two monsters that don't do anything. He could summon the Shathana, which is the Link 2. Maybe he can do that. Yeah, or Shaman, I meant to say. Shaman, the Link 2. We can negate this, which I will do more than likely. He's gonna activate. He's gonna discard one, and then I'm gonna activate Fiendish Chain to negate it. So yep, Call by the Grave's gone. Whatever, it didn't matter. But next turn he should lose. He's gonna target something in graveyard. The thing is I don't care, but at the same time I don't want him to Link Climb, so I'm gonna Fiendish Chain now because it's a huge cost. Also, I could have Ghost Bell too. But I guess this is slightly better because then we save the Ghost Bell in hand for later if we need to. Yeah, like I said, I could have Ghost Belled that and then saved my Fiendish Chain. But this way, if he's got like a Harpy's Feather or something, we just save it. Also, the Shathana can't, the Shaman can't attack now. And he's going to scoop it up. That was just some of the worst Sword Soul play I've ever seen in my life. But that could have just been his first day on the deck. I don't know, but either way, it was terrible. And then we are going to get one Legacy ticket and then two basically vanillas. All right, let's open up a Master Pack. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's see what they have in store for us. We're still begging for scraps, but, you know, we'll find out. Silent, can't play that. Already have that, can't use it. Wicked Dreadroot, can't use that. Lantern Shark's a decent card, actually. This card, you can activate Special Summon 1, blah, 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 from your hand. It's not bad. As long as we keep getting fish, it's going to get better and better. Dark Contract, can't use that. That's a Salamangreat card, can't use that. Cypher card, can't really use that. And another Gusto card. So more bulk from various archetypes, but Lantern Shark's actually a decent card. All right, let's open up a Legacy ticket. We've got, let's see, we've got something, right? Skip, let's see. It's a Synchro monster, and it's generic, but it's a level 2, so we'd have to have like 2 level 1 monsters. And then if this is used, if this is made using a Blackwing monster's material, it's treated as a tuner. Twice per turn, it can be destroyed by battle. That affect's generic. The first effect is not. But twice per... I mean, that's... whatever. I'm never going to use that. And then Luster Dragon is pretty cool. Our old arch nemesis Luster Dragon. But now we have this. It's a pretty decent normal monster. Honestly, it definitely goes in the normal monster deck. I don't know where our stats are in that deck. But this is a solid normal monster that we finally now have. It's a solid dragon, too. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Our hand is somewhat solid. They are playing Witchcrafters, which means they have a really good resource game. We'll see what we can do here, but things can get a little difficult. Like I said, they've got Shemitah already ready to go. Incredibly good resource game, and that's kind of like what we're going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with here. We do have Chow Sai, so Chow Sai is actually really good against them because they can add them back to the hand at the end phase, which is good, but the problem is we have to survive. Chow Sai has to essentially survive on the board, which I don't know if Chow Sai is going to be able to do that. Lightning Vortex is also a good card that's pretty decent too, because this only negates monster effects anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. And yeah, he's going to end on one monster that is decent, but doesn't do much. I think that this is the resource game that I'm talking about that they have. Alright, we're going to draw the Magistus and Endymion. Okay, so... Okay. Each time a Witchcrafter monster be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. So this thing is safe. That sucks. Because Lightning Vortex will not beat it. Unfortunately, Lightning Vortex will not beat it. So now I don't really know what to do. As good as Chow Sai is, he can negate our monster. So I think we go Magistus, try to draw into something else, and then go into this afterwards. So I think we're going to normal summon, because like I said, Lightning Vortex, unfortunately he got lucky. He got access to this card, so that will protect it. It doesn't really do much right now. So I'm going to normal summon this. It does have a quick effect to negate all of our monster effects any given time. Now we're going to activate the Magistus card to attach another one from the deck. If he negates it, he negates it. I'll live with it. It's not the end of the world. But, you know, I'm trying my best to hopefully not have to live with it. And now we're going to attach the Artemis. And now Artemis is an equip spell. We can activate it. It's not a monster effect, so he can't really negate it right now. He's going to ash it. That's fine. That's totally fine. That effect is cool because you can bait ashes. I mean, that's half the reason the effect is pretty cool. And then we're going to activate the Endymion. Destroy this in order to draw a card, and then put one back. He can negate it again, but it's not the end of the world. Yep, he's going to discard a spell to negate it. He doesn't have to discard. He's got this card, but I guess he's going to discard anyway. It's fine. He's going to discard. That's cool. Now we can special summon out. We can special summon out Nefariousness. I think this effect is once per turn. It is. And actually, funny enough, I think we can go into Cornship, and we can send it to the graveyard and make our opponent lose 1,000. So we can get rid of this permanently. And then if he summons something else out, we're good to go. So I think that's actually probably the best card, because then we'll out his monster immediately. We'll out that. Our equip will fall off. He successfully negated both effects, but who cares? We activate the Cornship, and we will detach a material, and we'll send this to the graveyard, and our opponent will take 1,000. So that's pretty cool. Not bad. We can't attack. So we just set and pass. I think that's cool. And then we can bring back Endymion. If we want to, we can bring back Endymion. It sucks that we couldn't end on a Chow Sai there, but we outed his monster, where even in card advantage once he draws for turn. So I honestly think, actually he didn't even get the draw, because he skipped his draw phase in some way. So we're actually up in card advantage. We have negates, so he's going to activate this to put a monster. Okay, that's fine. Nothing we can really do there. So that, again, this went to graveyard, so yeah, he outed our monster, but it's like a 1-for-1 trade, so I'm cool with that. And then now we're up in card advantage. Cartesia is a tough one to deal with. That's cool though for now. I'm going to Fiendish Chain if he tries to fuse, but right now we're all good. He's going to just 1,500 attack. Can I block this attack? Yes, I actually can block this attack with my back to the front. because the Endymion actually has 1700 defense. I totally forgot he had that much defense, so that's cool. So now we bring that back out here, block the attack, and then we have Chow Sai next turn. And Chow Sai, like I said, is really good against this deck because all of the graveyard effects do essentially nothing. We can destroy this. This is a ruling that no, I can't do it. Destroy one face-up monster. It would be cool if I could do this, but I can't because it's a continuous spell right now. Nefariousness, no, we don't want to do that. So that's good to go. Alright, let's go draw. Tiamaton's awesome, but our columns don't really line up right now, but we can make them line up. So we're going to normal summon Chow Sai right here. I can get rid of this card, and then I can just pop this. Then we're going to activate the Endymion, target one monster in our extra deck itself, and then we're going to, nope, whoa there, equip the Fusion Monster, change this to attack mode. We're going to special summon Tiamaton. We're going to summon it way over here, destroy this column. Our opponent can't respond because obviously they don't have any fusion monsters there. We're going to activate Endymion, and this is a ruling that I love. We can pop the card that got sent to the extra monster zone, to the back row with the Snake Eye card. So we pop that to draw. Okay, definitely keeping that. So now we put the Lightning Vortex back, activate Dimensional Fissure, and now our board is looking pretty damn solid. We don't have game, but we have 62. I don't think that we can get the game in any single way that I can imagine here. But our board is pretty solid, and we've got this plus a Floodgate. I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we just leave the board that we've got here. So we're just going to attack. We actually have 3 Floodgates, if we're being honest. We have 3 Floodgates. So even if he has the spawn trap cards, we're still good. We're in a really good situation right now. I think we just pass on this. We've got Tiamaton blocking a column. We've got this dude that lets us draw every turn. And we've got Chow Sai negating graveyard effects. Against Witchcrafter, there's a deck that requires graveyard effect activations of spells and trap cards, which is really good. Plus, we have Dimensional Fissure. Yeah, that was really good. That was a bunch of cards came together. Like the Avengers of Foolishness. Everything came together. I'm so happy with that one. That was a great win. Solid win. We've got 1 Legacy ticket and Medicine something. Oh, Paralyzing Potion. Yeah, I can't detect. It's terrible. And this is 5. Yeah, whatever. Not the best. All right, let's pull something crazy. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's pull something where we the best pulls are the ones where we have to rethink our deck building. Those are always the best pulls. So let's see if we can get one of those. Can't use that. Debris Dragon, I already have that. Don't really use it. Shining Hope, I don't think we can use this. Target 3 monsters you grave, special summon all 3. Immediately summon 1 Utopia. Can't do it because I don't have any Utopias to summon with it. Nordic Beast, that's not bad if we had the Nordic Beasts. Mysterious Triangle's an alien card, can't use that. Chaos Core is a what's it called card? It's a Phantom Beast card, can't really use that. World Legacy Sorrows, spawn trap card. You control co-linked monsters, negate the activation. It's actually not a bad card. It's really not a bad card. I can definitely see myself using this in certain situations, especially in that normal monster deck. This is basically free negate. And then let's see what this is. Necro Synchron, which is a card we already have, so we have another copy of this card. This is a decent card. It's a plant synchro. Well, it's a tuner, but it can summon a plant. If it's sent to the graveyard to summon a wind monster, special summon 1 level 1 plant from the deck, which is actually pretty decent. Overall, this is a half decent card. We just don't have the right cards to make it usable. If we had Baron de Fleur, it'd be crazy. But unfortunately, we do not. All right, so let's see what we've got out of this Legacy ticket. We'll skip it. We've got Garvas, is not a good card. And then a Magispector card, which would be decent if we had more Magispector. So right now, neither of those are really helping. All right, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is pretty solid. We've got Photon Thrasher plus Chow Sai plus Switch of the Black 4. We have a solid hand. Judgment, Ghost Spell. We've got guaranteed 2 interruptions here. Yeah, guaranteed 2 interruptions, not bad. So we're going to summon Photon Thrasher. I like that our opponent can't max C until it's already too late. So that's going to get summoned. And then I think I'm going to summon Chow Sai. I'm going to save the Witch of the Black Forest for next turn. So I'm going to normal summon that, and then I'll go for probably Time Thief. I'm glad that last duel we actually got to use that Ship of Corn. I mean, we have not been able to use that yet, but that actually came up, so that's nice to see. So we're going to summon that out. Opponent can still respond. I don't know what they have. Maybe it's Imper. Maybe it's... I don't know what they have. but they've got something in hand that they're allowed to trigger. But in terms of us, we have this Ship of Corn. Like I said, I'm so happy we managed to use that. So we're going to set the Judgment, and we're going to pass on this, and hopefully our opponent's playing a okay deck, but nothing too crazy, right? We don't want to play against anything tier 0 here, but as long as it's not Labyrinth, Snake Eye, Sky Strikers, I think we have a solid shot. But as soon as it's one of those, we can struggle a little bit. So he's got a full extra deck, 60 cards. You would think 60 cards is going to be inconsistent, but they do draw what they need. I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not going to Judgment that. I'm just going to activate Time Thief to get him out of the way so that we don't lose him permanently. I'm going to hope that this Judgment plus Ghost Bell combo is enough to stop our opponent, but I guess we'll have to. See. I mean, it could be. It certainly could be, right? Judgment pretty much stops anything in the game. Ghost Bell stops a graveyard effect. Depending on the deck, it could. Oof. Okay. Okay. Well, the good thing is he can't OTK us, but the bad thing is this is one of those decks that I actually can't beat. I legitimately cannot beat this deck. We don't really have the proper outs for this deck at all. Like, at all. It's one of those decks that it just, when it sets up that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, your opponent takes, you take battle damage, your opponent, like, when they set that whole situation up, there's very little that we can do with this card. Like, there's very little that we can do against them. Our best bet most of the time, and I can't even say this is our best bet, but most of the time our best bet is the other dude. Again, like, I can negate this summon. It is their first normal summon, and hope to draw half decent next turn and do some damage. But because if we destroy this, if we negate this, then they can't get any further out into their combo because they don't have a normal summon. They have nothing to equip to. It actually isn't too bad. So I normally wouldn't do this, but against this deck, with our deck, I think this is actually the best situation, and hopefully we can draw something that will allow us to OTK next turn. That's our best, absolute best case scenario right now. Like I said, I wouldn't, if I was playing my like a regular deck, I wouldn't do that. But just because we don't have any outs to their full setup, I think I have to do something that drastic. Because like I said, if they set up this monster, equip with an equip card, there's very little that I can do. Alright, they're going to summon the Ohime. That's fine. Again, I don't have any monsters, so I don't take any damage right now anyway. They can banish that, send one Mikanko. That's fine. Not that I can really do anything anyway. I mean, I'm going to be able to go spell something eventually. Alright, end phase. Time Thief returns. We'll summon Time Thief back out. We need a trap card off the top of his deck, or a spell card, or something. I do actually have an out to this now, which is nice. So we're going to Time Thief. We'll see what our opponent has for us. Has in store for us. Quick effect, target one equipped spell, equip it to one appropriate monster. I think that's the one that steals, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he can take the control. Yep, he can take control of that monster. And now he has the spell card, but he can't activate effects if we're using that monster anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get a little interesting here. So we're going to normal summon out Witch of the Black Forest. And then we're going to special summon out Inari Fire. Special summon out Inari Fire. I can out this for sure. 100% I can out that. Or I can go into Geonator Transverser too. I can go into that and I can steal his monster. Can do that. So I think first things first, I think I'm going to make, using Witch of the Black Forest, I'm going to go into Artemis, the Moon Maiden. And then I can search another of the monsters that I need. I mean, you could have an Ash and then I'm just kind of screwed here. So I can search, for example, see, what's my hand looking like? I don't have anything to set. I would have searched this, but it doesn't really help. I would have searched this, but it doesn't really help. Yeah, I can't really... I think the only thing that I can really search here is this. Like I said, I just don't have multiple cards in the same column. Not that I'm not trying to, but it's just... I think we just search out the Ron Ryu. We special summon out the Ron Ryu. Alright, I think I'm just going to give our opponent a taste of his own medicine here, I think. Actually, I can get to... You know who I can get to? I can get to this dude. I can get to... not this dude. I can actually get to the Mech Knight Crusade Avermax, but he just loses us the game, honestly. Because he just auto-loses to the Mikanko card. This is such an odd matchup for us. We can also make this to send this to the graveyard, but then we have to deal with our own Time Thief, among other things. Weird. This is a weird situation. I'm trying my best here, but things are kind of rough right now. Alright, so I think we just go for Transverser. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 with Transverser. Summon Transverser here. I'm going to give him our monster. Alright, so we're going to activate Geonator Transverser. We're going to give him the Inari Fire. Obviously, we're going to take the Ohime. So we're going to put that right here. We're going to give him the monster right here. And then we're going to... What else are we taking? Time Thief? Are we taking Time Thief? Why are we taking... Okay. I don't know why I just took Time Thief, but I'll take Time Thief. Okay, good enough for me. Small World can get us to Time Thief. Oh, wow, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if we can OTK here, but that is definitely interesting. Yeah, I don't know how to get to 8,000 here with what we've got on board. We can get to Boral Sword, and then we can... If we have another special summon, we can get past it. Fairy, Psychic. Can we OTK here? I think we can OTK, right? So it's 3,000. Yeah, I think we can OTK. Okay, let me think this through. I think we activate Small World. We got to get a level 4. We're going to reveal this. We got to get to a level 4 Beast and this. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. We're going to go for Iron Dragon Tiamaton. Now we special summon Iron Dragon Tiamaton out. Right here. Activate his effect, nothing gets destroyed, that's fine. So now we go into Boral Sword. Using 1, 2, and 3. Yes, we want to use this as 2 materials. Summon out Boral Sword. Enter battle phase as quick as humanly possible. Activate effect. Which effect is this? We're going to gain attack. We don't want to use the other effect, so we're going to gain attack, reduce his effect, that's fine. Now we are going to attack with Time Thief. And now we activate Boral Sword. Change this to defense. And final attack, right? Anything? Nothing? Wow, I can't believe we just won that. I'm in shock. I cannot believe we just won that. My heart's racing. I'm like actually in shock. I'm in shock that we just won that game. That was probably one of the best wins we've ever had, because that's a deck that theoretically we should absolutely not be able to beat. Like, there's no reason why we should be able to beat that. Should have been a done deal. Terra King Salmon, 1 legacy ticket. Okay, let's open up a master pack. Hopefully we get something good. That was a very well-deserved win. Like, that was... Woof, that was a really crazy one. I can't even, like, Mathmech Division, Shooting Star CO. This lets you lose 1,000 attacks directly. Not really that great. Speedroid, Rezo, I don't know if this is too usable for us, but that's not too bad. Another Battery Man. Nephthys card, can't use that. A Watt card, can't use that. And another Sullivan card. We're pulling a lot of repeats. Let's pull better repeats here. Tri-Brigade card. This is actually no, it requires 2 Tri-Brigade cards. I can't really use this. I just don't have the cards to. It's a decent card, but I just do not have the cards. I was in my mind. I remember this being a little more generic. But no, this is 2 Tri-Brigade cards. If this was like any Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, all that, maybe we could have somehow used that. This is way too specific, and we don't have the cards to actually play that. But, I mean, again, the Master Packs are about getting more and more opportunities, so as long as I'm getting opportunities, I don't really care. Alright, let's open up this Legacy ticket, so let's crack this one open real quick. We'll click Skip, because you guys have been begging me to do this. Got Magical Mallet's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. We just pulled Reload, and now we pulled Magical Mallet. Both cards are honestly not that bad. And obviously, this is just a better version of Reload. So Reload officially is just useless because this is better. Actually, no, Reload is a quick play. So technically, this is not an objectively better version. The issue with this is the same thing as the Reload issue. It's a -1. So while it can give you a better hand, it is a -1, so and oftentimes is just worse. And then this is like a worst version of Call the Haunted, basically. I remember this was like a promo card a long time ago. Alright, we just won the coin flip, but our hand is super lackluster. Yeah, like in terms of what we can do on the monster side. Floodgate trap-wise, it's actually pretty decent. I think we've got a decent amount of interruptions. I think we just summon Goblinberg out onto the field. Can't use its effect. Royal Prison, Memories, Horn of Heaven, and Forbidden Chalice. We just set all these cards in pass. I think it's a decent amount of interruptions. The Floodgate that comes up against a lot of different decks, so we'll see if it comes up against him. Grand Horn, like we have a lot of coverage here, so depending on what he's playing, I think we've got a solid shot, but we at least we have established things onto the board. We also can Memories to steal something, which is cool. Overall, this is not like a poor hand in any way. It sucks that we didn't get to the other level 4, but we did cut a lot of monsters, and we have been playing more spells and trap cards, but we've been winning more, so I can't really I can't say anything. And sometimes we summon Time Thief, and all he does is just have monsters underneath and dodge stuff. He doesn't even do his full effects. So it's fine. Sometimes not getting to Time Thief is better. It's better to have some kind of other interruption. Okay, this is actually an annoying card. Fenrir. I think I have to use the Grand Horn of Heaven. It's an inherent summon. I think I have to use it. Oftentimes they don't have other inherent summons, so I'm just going to negate that, and they can draw, and now they've missed their battle phase. Now, missing their battle phase isn't the best situation because Memories of an Adversary will not be usable now, but at least we've got the Royal Prison, plus we've got the Forbidden Chalice for main phase 2 effect negation. Are they going to discard a Slifer the Sky Dragon? Probably to summon the... yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The Witchcraft... not the Witchcrafter. The Diabellstar card. So he's going to summon that out. Obviously, this card has been everywhere because it's just a really good engine. You can discard anything. Honestly, I kind of want to let this through. I was going to add a set a... No, I kind of want to get rid of it. During your opponent's turn, if this card's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. I mean, this card is so good. We can cut them off of searching, which would be pretty good. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to cut them off of searching, but I feel like I need to save this Forbidden Chalice for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and save it for something else. He can, even if he sets the trap card, which is a negate, I'm not super duper worried about the trap card. He's going to set the Sinful Spoils. That's fine. He's going to get rid of our Goblinberg. That's like whatever. Even if he gets rid of our Goblinberg, it's at the end of the world. He'd actually be kind of dumb to get rid of Goblinberg because it's literally not doing anything. It's just a 1400 attack monster. If he gets rid of it, he gets rid of it. Right, he's gonna set cards and then activate Sinful Spoils anyway. So he's gonna put the Goblinberg into the back row. Not much I can really do about that. I just have to live with it. So we lose our Goblinberg. Again, but the good thing about our deck is that it's not really the end of the world, because our deck actually uses face-up continuous cards, so it's fine. Barrier Statue's not bad. Barrier Statue is actually really good right now because we have Memories, so we can get rid of this. And so we're just going to normal summon this, normal summon the Barrier Statue, and we're going to go to end phase. And if they attack, we Memories, get rid of their Witch, and basically their board's cleared, which is pretty cool. So it's actually a good thing I saved this Memories of an Adversary. I kind of got lucky, because in the back of my mind, I regretted using the shotgunning the Grand Horn of Heaven. Grand Horn of Heaven is one of those cards where if I don't use it, I kind of just lose it because there's so many non-inherent summons in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That it's actually kind of tough. Like for example, like this card summons off of an effect, not an inherent summon, so I wouldn't have been able to summon, like, prevent this anyway. So he's going to attack. I'm going to definitely Memories of an Adversary here. I'm going to pay 2,500 to banish his monster. And then if I still have the barrier statue, I will be getting his Witch back on my side of the field. Now, the positive thing is I can negate my own barrier statue with the Forbidden Chalice if need be. Now, again, also another thing I don't know if he's playing the Snake Eye cards here. He's playing a 50-card deck. I haven't seen Snake Eye. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen Snake Eye. I've seen Diabellstar, which a lot of noobs run Diabellstar. I think they just like Diabellstar because a lot of them run it. That's pretty decent. I'll go ahead and summon that out. I like Purple Poison. That outs multiple cards. Even through negates, it's one of my favorite cards now. Now that I fully understand it, I realize how good of a card it is. So we're going to normal summon, go to battle phase, and we're going to attack with the whole gang here. We're going to attack with the barrier statue plus the Purple Poison. And that's it. We're going to pass. We've done decent damage, right? We've done 22. We can do 22 next turn if he doesn't accomplish anything. We have... This card, oddly enough, hasn't really been coming up too much, but at the same time, like, I understand the power of this card. It's won us a lot of games. Well, not like a lot of games, because it's sort of a recent pull, but it's one of those cards that just comes up against a lot of decks. A lot of decks special summon from graveyards, so just a very strong floodgate against not only this meta, the Snake Eye meta, but like pretty much every meta it's pretty good against. Obviously, I'd rather have Necro Valley, because Necro Valley, and there goes that. Yeah, there goes that. I think so. We're going to activate Forbidden Chalice. We have to activate Forbidden Chalice, so we're going to do that. And then we're also going to activate the Royal Prison, just because I have to activate trap cards for my dailies, so why not? Let's activate it, just to activate it. So we're going to activate those two, and then that'll get boosted a little bit. Unfortunately, we will not be getting the Diabellstar at the end phase, because of, yeah, we won't be getting Diabellstar at the end phase. So end phase, yeah, I couldn't afford to negate barrier statue because that would have stopped this turn. So we're going to apply this. It's not going to work. And we're going to go back to our turn. Bestial Magnemite I can't use right now. I can't even use next turn because neither of these are the right attribute. But I can banish something out of my graveyard. No, I can't. Actually, I can banish... No, this going to the... I can't summon this monster, basically. We'll say that. I'm going to keep it around just in case he goes to the Diabellstar line. I'm going to keep it around for that. But he's on a timer. He's on a 4-turn timer. We're doing 22 every turn. Plus, we're drawing additional resources. So we'll see what we're able to do here. Target a spell card in your opponent's graveyard. Set it to your field so you can set the Forbidden Chalice. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's going to be able to set Forbidden Chalice to his board. And, yeah, so next turn he's going to be able to use Forbidden Chalice. That's crazy. End phase. Nothing I can do. It's a pretty crazy thing to do. Yeah, that's a crazy counter. That's an incredibly specific counter. What a lucky dude. Dark Spell Ring. This card is actually overall like pretty bad, but he has a really good counter. So this guy's playing a Winged Dragon of Raw deck, which doesn't really care about the barrier statue regardless, if we're being honest. In a Sphere mode, I don't have enough monsters for Sphere mode to matter anyway. But yeah, what a specific counter. Truthfully, like I said, Winged Dragon of Raw doesn't actually care about... doesn't really care about special summoning regardless, because if we draw a monster, we win, right? Okay. Yeah, we win if we draw a monster, and we did draw a monster. So now we can go into... No monster that special summon can attack because of True Sun God, but I'm not going to special summon a monster. I'm going to normal summon this. I'm going to activate Endymion, the Magistus dude. Magistus, what is it? What's the full name? Mastery. Okay. So we're going to activate him. We're going to attach a Magistus card. I'm going to attach the Search because I think this is enough on board. It's 30. Oh, it's 35. Okay, it's not enough on board. So I don't think we have a choice. We have to attach the 23 dude. So we're going to attach him. Now we have enough to win the game. We go to battle phase first, and then and then we'll see in main phase 2 if we have to do something else. Obviously, I can't do the effect of draw now, because then I lose. This thing falls off. Unfortunately, this is fine. I don't really care, because the attack gain is coming off of this card right here. So all he's doing is just giving me more attack points. So I appreciate that. Using my own card, by the way, I appreciate that. And we just won that. So that actually just got us into platinum. He could have countered us there, but he's kind of a little bit of a goofball. He could have countered us completely. That spell mastery card, that was actually kind of scary. Platinum 3, this is the highest we've ever gotten. This is the best run we've ever had. This is like we've been beating everybody. We only get one legacy ticket. The better the duels, the more less legacy tickets you get. All right, here we are. We're on a 4-game win streak. Let's confirm our opponent's deck, because that one was actually interesting. Yeah, this is the super noob mega combo here. He's got Mirror Force. He's got the God cards. He's got noobs love Cashteiras. I don't know why. They love Cashteiras. He's got the Snake Eye cards, and then he's got the Blue Eyes cards. Like, how do you... And the 14-card extra deck. 14-card extra deck. Every time. Why do noobs always play a 14-card extra deck? I'm doing like a case study right now, like all on noobs, because every single noob I play always... And I don't even know if this guy's a noob. I think this guy's just like an anime player that just puts a bunch of cards he likes into a deck. But like, why do they always have a 14-card extra? You can't find any other card like to throw in there. Like, throw a card you won't even use. You might as well just throw it in there. You know, it won't hurt. Just throw it in there. And he's got Greater Fusion, which is used to make the Neo Blue Eyes, and I don't know how he ever comes up with a combination to do it. Listen, I don't care. I don't know why he's living his life. That's what's important. All right, let's open up this master pack. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's see. We need like a super drum roll. I'm so excited. Let's see. Blazing Butterfly. Can't do that. Iron Core. Never gonna happen. Ghost of Bewitchment. We already have, and we don't have. Let's read this. Okay. This card is actually not bad, like, at all. If we still had like our generic decent monster card deck, I would probably run this card. It's actually pretty decent. It can be a 2300 normal summon, but literally Endymion is just better in every single way than this card, so I have no real reason to run it. Phantasm Spiral Crash. I don't have the other Phantasm Spiral cards. Nordic Beast, not bad. Can't use it because we don't have the other Nordics. We've got Abyss Splash. Alright, this card's not bad at all, but it requires 2 level 5 water monsters. Don't have that, so I can't really use this card, but it's not bad at all. It's a lot of attack. A Goatee card. Goatees are good, but obviously they're an archetypal card. DD Shifter moves like a column or something. Banishing, no. I mean, it banishes a monster. Quick effect, target face a monster. You control banish it until the M phase. I mean, it can protect certain things, but Time Thief is that, and it doesn't suck. Mostly bulk. This is pretty decent. This is decent, but we don't have the right cards to use these 2 cards anyway. Goatee's always pretty decent. The rest of it's kind of, and this is, we've got, you know, this is, we're kind of sleeping on this. This is one of the greatest Gemini monsters of all time, but it's a Gemini monster, so at the end of the day, it's not really that good. This card's not bad. There's a few Geminis that are good. Ill Blood is pretty good. Gigaplant's pretty good. But there's like 3 good Geminis, and this is one of them. But it's a Gemini. Alright, let's open up this legacy ticket. We've got Metal Foes, Crimson. Don't have the appropriate fusion monsters to summon this, and I probably wouldn't anyway. This is one of those flipping rocks. Return 1 monster your opponent's side of the field hand. Not even that bad, but just not really a card that I would see myself playing, if I'm being honest. It's way too slow for our current strategy. Alright, we just won the coin flip. This hand is very monster heavy. They're gonna maxi immediately. Okay, that settles that debate. I was like, do I Goblinberg? Do I Tin Goldfish? No, I don't. I just normal summon Barrier Statue and activate Dragoodies. That's what I do. He settled the debate for me, so we're gonna go with these 2 and we're gonna pass. Unfortunately, this is the best I've got, but they literally twisted our arm. Some duels you get a bunch of monsters, some duels you get a bunch of spells and traps. This duel we got nothing but monsters, so we're going to have to live with it. Harpy's Feather Duster. Wonderful. We're used to it. Nothing we can do about that. Maxi, Harpy's Feather Duster. This is like the Master Duel experience. He's going to do the Albast stuff. I have a Barrier Statue, so he's going to lose his battle phase at the very least. But that doesn't really mean much because you could do a bunch of Despia branded stuff in the main phase, in main phase 2. He's got a 60 card deck, right? The lucky bastard draws the 60 card deck, and this fucking son of a bitch still draws the Harpy's Feather Duster. Alright, whatever. We're going to have to live with it. Chaosai actually stops this card from doing anything, the Branded Retribution. But I'd be dumb to activate it. I'm not going to do it. So, we're going to Goblin Berg. Actually, we're going to Tin Goldfish, because since this doesn't change the defense. Tin Goldfish, activate Tin Goldfish effect to special summon out Chaosai. Chaosai actually prevents this card from activating the Branded Retribution, which our opponent may not know and can possibly come in handy. This is more damage than a Time Thief, so we're going to go to battle phase now. So we're going to attack over the Guiding Quem, and we're going to attack with Tin Goldfish. And our opponent had an opportunity to respond there. What they probably have is a Bestial in hand. If I had to guess, they have a Bestial. So, again, we can go into... I honestly think Chaosai is not a bad idea to leave on board. But at the same time, I think Time Thief is just simply better. I just think it's better because it can get us more over a course of a few turns. I think it probably is a better effect. And then we've got Legacy of the Duelist, which is a soft negate. Now, the scary thing about the Time Thief Redoer is that if he has Fallen of Albaz, he can, he can fuse with our monster. But like, what are the chances of that? All right, what are the chances? He's playing a 60 card deck. What are the chances? Let's be reasonable here. This has a bunch of good effects. It can destroy spawn trap cards. Only our opponent can only set one card, and they can't attack the turn they were special summoned from the extra deck. And then we can add back monsters. So it has a bunch of effects that I always forget. That I have to read the card. So we can technically add back Barrier Statue if we manage to survive this turn. We got a White Mare. So our opponent is actually playing... why do I say things out loud, man? Alright, so... Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. I have no choice but to activate Time Thief Redo. I have no choice. And unfortunately... I don't even know why I say... A 60 card deck, he still draws this guy. I have to detach White Mare because they're all going to get detached anyway. So that sucks for me. So that's going to get detached. So Mizuki is now live. Now he's going to use the effect of Bestial Druis Worm to summon itself out. And he can bring back White Mare with the Mizuki if he wants to. But I don't think White Mare is really going to do much on the field anyway. So he's going to attack with these two. I think we're still in a semi-solid situation. Our opponent hasn't bricked. They just haven't really accomplished much, if I'm being honest with you. And they're going to summon out this White Mare. They can, do not synchro plays, but they can, do link plays with what they've got on the field. Probably Verde Anaconda. Okay, so now we're dealing with this. Verde Anaconda is going to make probably a... Yep, they're going to send that. They're going to make a Mirror Jade using Verde Anaconda plus a brand Fallen of Albaz. What a lucky bastard. He drew the Fallen of Albaz in a 60 card deck, and he drew the Harpy's Feather Duster, and he drew the Max C. How lucky does a person need to get in these situations? If I had known he was going to do that, I would have just kept Chaosai, but of course... end phase, let's bring back Time Thief Redoer. If he's smart, he's banishing this now. He's not. That would have been the best possible time. I have no reason to do this because, unfortunately, Barrier Statue isn't doing anything for us right now anyway, so we're just going to draw a regular card. That would have been great a second ago, but it's a little too late now. We're going to Time Thief. We're going to grab something, hopefully of use. They're going to banish our Time Thief before we can use it. Yeah, this is slipping out of hand. This is very quickly slipping out of hand. So he's gone forever. And I'm not going to lie. Things are looking rough. I'm going to just save Goblin. I can't save. I can't afford to save Goblinberg. Because my life points are very low. This was a really unlucky one. There's just... Some duels are very, very, very unlucky. If he hadn't drawn the Harpy's Feather Duster, we would have 100% won. If he hadn't drawn the Fallen of Albaz, we probably would have won. But, sometimes Sometimes luck just is more important than skill. And that's fair. Sometimes we get lucky. I can't really say much. We've had a lot of lucky moments on the show, so I can't really like complain too much because that lets him add it to hand, not special summon. I'd rather draw Necro Valley, but I keep drawing this. And everything in our deck is basically at 1 anyway, but I just happen to keep drawing this over Necro Valley. And obviously, Necro Valley is just better. Royal Prison's not bad. It's just becoming a little bit less usable than I would like it to be. They're going to special summon Lubellion. Lubellion, again, if we had Necro Valley, we probably would have been in a good situation. That lets him fusion summon. But that doesn't really, I can't really prevent this in any way. Now, what is good is monster special summon the extra deck can't attack anyway, so it doesn't matter what he summons, because from the extra deck they can't do anything regardless. I'm going to shuffle back those two, summon Albion. Albion, like I said, cannot attack regardless, but he can activate this effective fusion summon. Alright, he's going to banish those two, and he's going to summon out Titanclad, which cannot attack also. It's going to gain a bunch of attack, but it can't attack. So only these two can really attack. And he's going to Branded Fusion. I forgot he added that back. Honestly, like, if this was Necro Valley, it happens, though. Like, we're playing a bunch of one-ofs, and it's our own fault. So, I can't really get angry at things. But this card has actually been pretty useless a few duels in a row, and I'm actually considering taking it out. Only because, like I said, it's been very, very useless. He's going to add a King of the Skull Servants. Discard a card. Yeah, this is... I'm not gonna lie to you. This is... this duel is pretty much over. I don't see us winning. Like I said, these two can only attack. So he only has 2 monsters that can attack anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But we'll see what we draw, and depending on our draw, we could wrap this up. We've got 2 cards on our board right now: the Legacy of the Duelist and the Royal Prison, that are both kind of on the chopping block. Like, they're decent cards, but Cashier Ogre's not a bad draw, but he's got a live Mirror Jade, so, I mean, this duel's wrapped up. There's nothing that I can do. Mirror Jade will just banish it, and I lose this duel. There's nothing I could have done there. Sometimes luck beats skill. Alright, guys, I'm going to make a slight change here. So, I'm actually going to take out the Royal Prison, because it was dead a few decks in a, like a few games in a row. The card was actually pretty dead. We've got a lot of trap cards here on our back burner, but I think Furt Flames is one that you guys told me to play a long time ago, and I never actually got around to playing it or trying it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try it. One duel here. There's a few cards that we put on the chopping block, like the Ledger Book and some other stuff we haven't played in a while. Anti-Spell. There's a lot of cards that we have not really played in a long time, but I think I'm going to play that. Also, we could have, like, Messenger of Peace last duel would have just prevented us from losing. We have cards like Special Hurricane, which we haven't used, but that card's pretty decent. It's kind of like Flight New Vortex. We've also got the Snake Eye card, which I took out. I might bring that back in, but I'm going to try out the Furt Flames because you guys have told me to play that. So I'll go ahead and try it, although that card can also kind of be dead sometimes, so I'll give it a try. Alright, coin flip was secured. We won that coin flip. Our hand's pretty solid. We got Goblinberg, Purple Poison, Crackdown. Not bad, right? Not bad. Forbidden Chalice, not a bad hand. So we're going to activate Goblinberg to special summon out the Purple Poison. They can always Imperm. They can always Maxi. They're going to Maxi. Nothing I can do. That's just in the game, and I don't have the out. So we have to live with it. We have to live with it. So Goblinberg is going to drop Purple Poison. I'm going to summon it in defense. I'm not going to keep playing. Because it's not worth making a Time Thief, because then we give them more cards and then we just lose. So we're just going to set 2 and we're going to pass, and Purple Poison in itself floats and pops another card. So if they do decide to out it, they're going to end up popping a card. Plus, the fact that their thing keeps pausing tells me that they probably have an Imperm. So if they use Imperm, Imperm's dead right now, but Imperm's good against Time Thief. So if we just, it's better for us. They're going to go Battle Phase, wonderful. So now we're playing against Evenly Matched. I don't even know what to keep in this situation. Probably Crackdown. Yeah, probably Crackdown. We're just going to let most of our stuff go. I mean, this is such a bad situation. Maxi into Evenly Matched. Also, they've got Imperm. Like, so many things that are just so outrageously good for card advantage. Just beat us completely. Yep, that'll settle it. Actually, I do have the Bestial Magnemite, so I can actually banish his monster. Alright, we'll stick it out a little longer. Okay, if we can normal summon this, we actually can win this duel. We're going to just drop this as fast as possible, and that is a miracle. Okay, that is a miracle. We dropped that. That was the fastest I've dropped a card in my life. Normal summon, attack directly. Now we have to survive for 7 straight turns. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say what they're going to be able to draw. Oh my god. How can people be so consistently lucky? Don't they play one of that card? Like, serious, don't they play one of this card? Oh my god. How can people be so damn lucky all the time? And I can't do anything because this stupid guy doesn't have anything on his board, so my Bestial Magnemite isn't even live. How can people always be so consistently lucky? I swear, if we look at this deck build afterwards and they're playing one Dogmatic Punishment, because for the most part they actually do play one Dogmatic Punishment, I'm not winning this duel. I'm not winning this duel. One Magnemite is not winning this duel. Magnemite into Tiamatron is not winning this duel. They have a monster that can't be targeted. We're not winning this duel. That was so unlucky. It's unreal. Alright, so this is our opponent's deck. What do you know? They're playing one copy of Dogmatic Punishment. What do you know? Always with the nonsense. One Dogmatic Punishment. We had everything we needed. Like, yeah, they could have also had Compulsory Evacuation Device, true. But they have one copy of Dogmatic Punishment. Of course they have one copy of this. And then if they had Ariana, we would have stole it with Crackdown. But some people are just so lucky. And they had one Imperm. How many evenly matches did they have? One evenly matched. Alright, we lost the coin flip. But it's looking pretty solid. We have Bestial Magnemite, Roachka, and Tin Goldfish, and Roachka. Blackout they've already got. They've got Sword Soul. The game's so fun until you get to Platinum 3, and then things start getting rough. Platinum 3 is another story. Platinum 3 is like non-stop meta. They're going to go this, and they're going to do this. Yep, and they're going to search Long One. They're going to summon Baron de Fleur. I'm going to draw a card. Fortunately, Bestial Magnemite doesn't do anything against their deck until either this goes to graveyard or they have one of the Tenyis. Then it actually does something, but right now it does absolutely nothing. I'm going to summon this out. I'm going to make a Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur is banned in the TCG, so unfortunately it's not banned here, so we have to play against it. I'm always hopeful that we'll pull it one day. Never mind. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. They do have Blackout. That is fair enough. That doesn't do anything. That does nothing at all. Alright. I think we start playing by summoning the Tin Goldfish. I think we do that. I think we summon Tin Goldfish. We activate its effect. And we start trying to bait things like the Blackout. He does have the Sovereign Sword Soul dude right here, which is annoying. Like I said, it does suck, but we have to deal with what we have to deal with. So we're going to summon out Roachka. I'm going to summon it here so that if he gets rid of one, we can Tiamatron in a different row. So if he can get rid of one, we're cool with it still. Yep, he's going to activate to banish our Roachka. Nothing we could do there. Small World. It's probably the right call. Small World to Barrier Statue, just because Barrier Statue's not doing anything right now. Now, it does suck is, I mean, the problem is his board is very, very menacing. He's got multiple interruptions on this. He's got another burn on this. He's got a negate here, and he's got one of these is Blackout. The other one is a Mystery, and these are probably hand traps. So, like, this is a real deck. I'm gonna get rid of the Barrier Statue because we need to get the stuff that we need to get to now. I'm trying to think what we can use now because we already used our normal summon. The only thing I can probably use is Iron Dragon Tiamaton. So he's a level 4 Dark Dragon. 13, 17, nothing in common other than level 4. Yep. We'll banish one of our Endymions probably just because I know I've got more. I can also banish this. Level 4 Spellcaster. Yeah. 19 Dark. You don't want to do that. So we'll just go with this because it's less confusing for me. So I'll just do that. We'll get to Tiamaton now. Get the Tiamaton. We can summon him right here since he's used this negate already. Not negate, but he's used the banish on summon effect. So we're going to activate this Tiamaton. If it resolves, we're good. If it doesn't, we have to live with it. So we'll summon out Tiamaton, activate effect. He can negate it, of course, with the Grand Sword Soul Dude. He can also pop it. Either one works. He's going to imperm, so I didn't even know about the imperm. Like I said, this guy's got so many negates. I really, this is a very uphill battle right now. And until I put a light or dark in the graveyard, this card's just dead. Also, I can't go into Transverser because I don't have enough. That would have been cool. Transverser would have been cool. I could have stolen this. But I do not have enough to get to the Transverser. Time Thief is probably the best play that I've got. If I activate Time Thief, I can still do some stuff. So we'll go Time Thief. Unfortunately, like I said, I can't really do anything more than Time Thief. If I set this, then he can pop. The more cards I have, the worse it gets for me. So setting this would actually just be bad for me overall, but I can't out this monster. I can't. Yeah, like I said, I cannot out this. I don't think that I can. If I set this, he's going to pop and then pop 2, but it's actually, that actually outs his monster, which is good for me. If he activates the blackout, he will, like I said, out one of his own monsters, so it's a better situation for me. Alright, standby phase, activate Time Thief Redoer. I'm going to grab a card. He's going to activate to negate our Time Thief. And now I think I'm going to use Time Thief Redoer's effect. But if I use his effect, he could just black out. Anyway, we're going to activate Time Thief to, not to negate, to banish itself. It's going to allow it to resolve. Cool. So we're going to send Tiamaton. And Goldfish is going to get sent anyway. And then we're going to, Time Thief Redoer is going to leave. Which is decent. We have Bestial Magnum up. We have back to the front, which can burn us for like 2,400 damage. Which sucks. He can banish one of our monsters. This is a good card because it doesn't get him to any Sword Soul monster. I can't negate it by like using Bestial Magnumut, unfortunately. It doesn't really do anything to use Bestial Magnumut. He can go into like Taya. He goes into Taya, yep. You can banish that to summon a level 8. I think no matter what I do here, I'm kind of screwed. But I'll try my best to play it out. But I think I'm screwed no matter what. Yeah, he's got, like I said, I've still got activations that I can do, which is good. We can do the Bestial Magnum up. We can still do back to the front. We can still do a lot of different things. Damn, and he's even got this, the Ahara, to add back Mogi. This guy drew everything. Right, he's going to go into the Boxia to shuffle things back. He summoned, Synchro summon, so he's going to be able to draw. He's going to target this. I'm just going to chain it. Why not? Let's activate back to the front. Goldfish makes its return, only to get banished anyway. Alright, he's going to inflict for 1,200. I mean, like I said, this is a rough situation. He's going to call by the grave. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up. I don't think we're winning this one. This guy literally has everything. He has everything for every situation that we've got. I think he's got this. The problem with Platinum 3 is that we start facing like real meta decks with cards with real advantage, with multiple interruptions. It's no longer just like funny anime decks anymore. It's like real decks. I don't even know why these people aren't in higher ranks. Like, I don't know why they're not in in Diamond. Like it's so unbelievably easy to get to Diamond in Master Duel. It's so easy to get to Master in Master Duel. So I really don't know why there's competent decks with competent players in Platinum at all. It's 2 ranks below the highest rank, especially with like something like Labyrinth. Alright, so this is what we've got. We've got the Magistus, Small World. Ferret Flames, Fiendish Chain. I'm trying to think what to do. Do we go for Barrier Statue here? I think Barrier Statue can win a lot of games. Plus, we've got Fiendish Chain, which is pretty cool. But also Endymion's pretty good. Endymion can get us to something, but I think we kind of have to use Small World. So we go Small World. They're going to Ash. They're going to Royal Rare Ashes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough with the Ash Blossom. That settles my debate too. That's pretty cool. So we're going to Endymion. We're going to activate the effect of Endymion target. Equip a Magistus. We're going to equip it to itself, obviously. Going to equip this one because this one is a plus, a super plus card, because it's going to allow us to search, and then we can draw and put back something, including itself if we wanted to. So we're going to activate, pop this, draw a card. Dragoody's is a card that without the Barrier Statue doesn't honestly do all that much for us. So I think we actually put that back just so we have this dude next turn to draw a card. I think we just set and pass. I think that should be good enough. And we already have a Light in Graveyard, so we can Bestial Magnemite if we wanted to. But I'll save it just in case we need an interruption for our opponent. Ferret Flames is our first game drawing Ferret Flames too, so we'll see how this works out for us. I've never used it, but Harpy's Feather Duster, yep, that's standard. We're gonna go ahead and deal with that. I mean, they might as well just start with it. They might as well just start with it. Every single time, every single episode, we get Harpy's Feather Duster. And here we go, the Diabell Star stuff. Every time. I don't even know why I bother to play Spawn Trap cards. They don't stay on the field. Why do I even bother to play trap cards? They're never going to stick around. You know, I have a Judgment. Never draw it. I think we won almost all of the duels we drew Judgment first. I'm just going to throw that out there. But Diabell Star, I can summon this, but I think I would prefer to wait. I'm going to go ahead and wait. Yeah, I'm going to wait just in case, because, you know, obviously you can do, if he targets it in any way in the graveyard or something, then I can do that. He's going to send, and then he's going to special summon a fire from the graveyard. I mean, from the deck, he's going to summon a level 1 fire from his hand or deck. Here comes Snake Eye Ash. So activate that. This deck is global now. It's up, Poplar. Welcome, Poplar. This deck is like just totally global now. You have to play it. They've had 3 ban lists: the OCG, the TCG, and Master Duel. None of them hit this deck. They hit Link Karibo. That's what they hit. They hit Link Karibo. They hit Link Karibo, Baron de Fleur, Borreload Savage Dragon. Not these guys. Yeah, I think we wrap this one up. This is like a competent player at full power. He drew Harpy's Feather Duster. Nothing we can really do about this. Unfortunately, we have been demoted. It happens. Nothing we could do. All right, we won the coin flip. I think I'm just going to go Barrier Statue, Judgment Pass. I think I'm just going to do that. Barrier Statue, Judgment, Prison, Pass. I think this should be good enough. I would Small World. I don't even know what I would Small World into. So, I mean, maybe we could Small World into the Magistus guy next turn if we really need to, but this turn I don't really see a point in Small Worlding into anything. I don't see anything useful that we could really Small World into that we could immediately use. I guess we could have... Oh my god. Labyrinth again. That's alright. At least I got a Barrier Statue. Continue to main phase? No, I'm good. We'll go to end phase. Yeah, I'm going to just go to end phase. This is, at least we do have Barrier Statue on board, which is good because Barrier Statue is quite good against Labyrinth. So it's possible we win this, but of course, if they get lucky with what they draw, I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to say it. We can Judgment this, but we can also just negate their attack. Not negate it, but we can just banish their monster when it attacks. So we'll just do that. I'm not going to waste the Solemn Judgment on Ariana or Ariane. He can't use its effect to send a trap to special summon anyway. So he's going to attack. I'm definitely going to Prison. Thank God he doesn't have other stuff that triggers when a monster leaves the field because of a normal trap effect. Thank God he doesn't have that. We can respond with... What is he even possibly responding with right now? Yeah, I was like curious. Like, what could you possibly respond with? So that's going to leave the field. This can't be used because he can technically get it back. Actually, when a Labyrinth card is activated, which we didn't do, so that's fine. So now we just have to prevent him from... We have to prevent him from getting to a monster that beats the barrier statue. That's our only goal right now. That is the only possible imaginable goal that we have, is to prevent him from getting to a monster that beats the barrier statue, or a trap that beats the barrier statue. So we need to win as quick as possible. Okay, so we're going to draw. Forbidden Chalice is okay. It's okay, for sure it's okay. I think we can small world into that guy that's slightly better. Yeah, we can small world into something else. So we can small world into Endymion, Chaosai. We can small world into Rochka. Endymion is pretty good, but then we run the risk of losing something here. So we're gonna go ahead and small world. You get rid of Nefariousness. He's gonna ash it. That's fine because I'm actually comfortable with that 100%. Because it just kind of moves that out of the way, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So we're going to lose the small world to the Ash. Again, that's okay with me. Now I think we just go to battle phase with the Nefariousness, and we just attack directly. We're doing 25, so he's got a 3-ish turn counter. Assuming we don't draw anything, he's got the 3 turn counter. But obviously he can draw stuff. I think what is in his hand that is like the deck keeps telling him to trigger is he probably has one of the Labyrinth furniture cards. And that's why during both of our turns it keeps telling him to trigger. But obviously there's no point to set anything. He should actually set something because it'll deck thin him. It would be smart for him to set something. But he's not doing it, even though he probably honestly should. So now we set the Forbidden Chalice and we just pass on this. We do have Solemn Judgment, so if he does normal summon Ariana, not Ariane, but Ariana, the one that's 1800. Or the one that's 1600, I believe. The other one, the other girl. If he summons the other girl, I mean she's 1600 attack. We can Judgment that, and then we can do 2500 next turn. Possibly more if we draw a monster. Yep, he drew it. The 1600 attack monster. We are going to Solemn Judgment this thing. As long as he doesn't draw another one, then we win. But then again, we can always draw something that does help us. Yep, he's going to go to end phase. We are doing 25. 25 is not bad, but it's not really enough to beat him. Let's see. Tiamat I can't use. One of the only monsters I actually cannot use right now. So it kind of sucks that we drew him because he can't be normal summoned. Because we got Barrier Statue. But actually I can negate him. But if I negate my Barrier Statue, he's going to activate this in the back row and then we lose. So we definitely can't allow that to happen. I think we just do 25 and hope he doesn't draw a monster. That's our very, very best bet. I mean, technically, shouldn't be drawing a monster. A normal summonable monster that can get over Barrier Statue, you should not be drawing it. Because he's already summoned 2 of them. And typically, they only play 1 copy of the Ariane or Ariane and only 1 Ariana. So they shouldn't, in theory, have another normal summonable monster. But I don't want to speak too soon because every time I say something, these people are like, it's like I'm playing against the gods. They draw exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. So we're going to attack over them, and then we're going to pass on what we've got here. So we can't do much else. Alright, so they're going to normal summon out the Chandelier. Man, the Chandelier is more attack than the Barrier Statue. Man, the Chandelier. Nothing I can really do. Like, it's nothing I can do about this. It just simply beats us. Now, I don't think that we can win from this point forward. I don't think that we can win from this point forward. He's going to special summon out probably one of the bigger Labyrinth monsters. He's going to pop a card. And that'll probably wrap up the duel for us. It's incredible how lucky this person gets. He drew 3 normal summons in a row in Labyrinth that get over the Barrier Statue. Now he's going to return that. He's going to pop a card on our side of the field. Probably the monster at hand if he... Doesn't really matter. I mean, I can Forbidden Chalice to make sure that Tiamat doesn't get popped. But that would be more simple. Actually, I'm going to do this just because he can set back a trap card with this card since it is his turn. So I'm just going to do that now. And then he's going to activate the Butler and Graveyard. Because I responded. And then he's going to activate a Bestial to banish something else in my graveyard. Oh no, what is he even banishing? What is he banishing with the Bestial? Probably one of his Arianas. He's in battle phase. He can attack over this, attack over this. I think this is game. So he's going to banish that. It's 25, 30, 54. That's game. Okay, that's game. Nothing we could do there. We lost that one. We almost had it, but we lost. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent's going to activate the Dictator of D. Our hand is okay, actually. We have Memory Loss. There can only be one. Dimensional Prison. Forbidden Chalice. It's not a bad hand, so Witch of the Black Forest. Overall, it's not a bad hand. I'm going to summon out the Blue Eyes. The Royal Rare everyone's got. And they're going to set one card in the back row. Honestly, this is a seemingly winnable game. There's not a lot that's happened. We've got Witch of the Black Forest control, essentially, here. I think we're going to normal summon out the Witch of the Black Forest. He can redirect our attacks right now, so there's not much I can do. So we're going to go Witch of the Black Forest here. We're going to summon it right there. And we're going to trigger Witch of the Black Forest to special, not to add a monster to hand. I think we're going to add Tiamaton, actually. As Tiamaton can pop Lord of D and the face down. Now, we can't pop at this turn because we can't activate Tiamaton. He's going to Bestial Baldrake. That actually sucks because I was going to use back to the front to bring back Witch of the Black Forest repeatedly, but he kind of killed that idea for me, so that's gone now. But we can hopefully do something else. It still resolves, which is nice, the Witch of the Black Forest. So now we can search out. We did normal summon, so we can't do that. I am going to go ahead and search out the Tiamaton. Tiamaton will help me get rid of this column. Not this turn, but next turn. We don't want to do any of this stuff right now, so we're going to go... There can only be one. We're going to go back to the... I think we're just going to set 5... I don't want to set 5 pass. What do we want to leave behind? Set this here. And we'll leave Forbidden Chalice, I think, behind. Memory Loss is still good. This is good. Actually, I should have left this back to the front behind. It's doing nothing. I shouldn't have set it. But whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I think we just set Memory Loss, since it can change a monster to defense, and then we just pass, and then we pop the middle column on their turn. So we go chaining on. There's 3 cards in the same column, so we'll just pop this column right here. And then we can flip. There can only be one, which will force him to Outer Dragon. So we'll activate Iron Dragon right down the middle. Right there. Now we'll force him to out a dragon at least. Well, in the next chain we'll do that. So we'll pop those 2, cool. Now we're going to activate There Can Only Be One before he can get more dragons into the loop. So he's going to out one of these. I don't care which one. But one of them is going to be gone, and then whatever's left, we're going to Dimensional Prison. So he'll be left with nothing on the field at the end of all of this. So he decided to get rid of Blue Eyes. Honestly, kind of shocking. A Blue Eyes player named Kaiba101. The guy gets rid of Blue Eyes White Dragon and keeps a Bestial Baldrake on the field. Like, okay. He's going to normal summon Sage. And he's going to add a Light Tuner. I can negate this. What can he possibly add that I really care about? I think it's better to get rid of this now, because then he's going to add a stone, and the next turn, if I destroy a stone, he can summon another stone. So I think it's better actually just to Memory Loss this. We have an abundance of trap cards, so I don't think I'm too concerned about it. So I'd rather negate this so he doesn't get into the little stones. Now you can also get into Effect Veiler, which I don't really care about, but I definitely don't want to have to deal with all of those stones. Alright, he's going to make a Link 2. He's going to go into Phoenix, okay. I mean, if he has to waste all of these resources to pop a There Can Only Be One, I actually think, technically speaking, we actually kind of won. Plus, he discarded a Bestial Magnum. Yeah, if he had to waste all of those resources to end on a Nightmare Phoenix, this card did its job. And If we want to here, we can Dimensional Prison this, but I actually don't think that it's smart to do this because it really doesn't actually accomplish anything right now. I think Dimensional Prison, I think Dimensional Prison we just save, because we can out the Nightmare Phoenix anyway. So I think we just leave it and then just attack it. Like I said, I can just attack it. I save the Dimensional Prison, so if he gets to a Blue Eyes or something important, I can get rid of that. This is a good card, but honestly, our field is a little clogged right now, so can't do anything about it. I would love to summon it. It would probably seal the deal this game because Cashier Ogre is very good. I wish we had the same attack so I could special summon Cashier Ogre. I think we just set this right here, and then we just pass. Yeah, I think we just pass on this. Now he's just kind of top decking, which is fairly good for us. And if we can summon Cashier Ogre, like I said, if we can get to a level 4, I can attack. I can banish. I can make Time Thief, banish the Time Thief, and then I can start doing my thing. So he's gonna draw, or we're gonna draw now. Roachka's pretty cool. So we go Roachka. Activate Roachka. He's going to gain 500, but we're going to be able to draw or add a card that we want to. We can add whatever we want to. Bestial Magnum's pretty solid, actually. So, honestly, I can do a number of different things. I think I will just get rid of Blue Eyes out of his graveyard. So we're going to activate the Bestial... Actually, I should have just saved the Bestial Magnum, but I'll get rid of the Blue Eyes out of his graveyard. And that way, we just summon Bestial Magnum, and we'll activate the effect to search at the end phase. That's cool. So now we go to battle phase, and we attack with decent numbers here. It's an Ash Blossom. So it wasn't even a stone. I was afraid of a stone, but it's fine. So we just attack with this stuff. I think we're doing half decent damage here. I think we just attack. And main phase 2. I think we can go into a number of things, but I think that the best thing to do is still Time Thief. We could also have gone into something more interesting. He's gonna scoop, whatever, it doesn't matter. We could have also just gone into a Link monster, and then we could have used Back to Square One to bring back the Magnamut and then searched again and again and again and kind of looped it a little bit there. So we've got 2 legacy tickets in this card from Pharaoh's Servant, Twin-Headed Fire Dragon. This is what our opponent was playing. They're playing actually a half decent Blue Eyes deck. Like, this is a more competitive version of a Blue Eyes deck, honestly. All right, let's open this Master Pack. Hopefully we get something game-changing. Absolutely, like, we have to rethink everything. That's the kind of card you want to pull. We have been pulling a lot of Red Eyes, Black Sword. I mean, we do have Fang of Critias. Target when face a monster, equip this card, 1000 attack, 500 for every dragon on the field and graveyards. Like, maybe for a dragon deck that would be decent. Yeah, it's not a terrible card. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a great card. It's probably a terrible card. I mean, we have Fang of Critias, but it requires so much to do. Guarded Treasure. Activate this card by discarding 5 cards, draw 2 cards. So while this card is in the graveyard. Well, this card is on the field, draw 2 cards. Yeah, so this card, unfortunately, has been power crept by a new card, which lets you draw 2 for your draw phase. I forget what it's called exactly. I always bring it up. I don't know why I'm, like, forgetting it right now, but it basically lets you, it prevents you from activating cards in your hand, but it can let you draw 2 every turn. This card has you discard 5 cards for cost. So if they ash it, you just lose 5 cards. It's outrageously bad. Haunted Rock is an Altergeist card. Yubel, we really can't special summon this in any way that I can think of off the top of my head, but it's getting a lot of support soon, so maybe if we pull all that, that'll be usable. Book of Law, can't use that. Gladiator Beast card, and this is a decent one, especially when Gladiator Beast for your hand to graveyard with a different type than you control. It's not bad. Vice Dragons are 2nd or 3rd copy, and then for the super rare, we've got Colossal Fighter Assault Mode. Summoned with Assault Mode activated when this card is special summoned, send 2 warriors from your deck to the graveyard. That's not bad. All monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for each warrior in your graveyard. I'm guessing you need Colossal Warrior, and then you tribute with Assault Mode activate, and then you get the special summon this card. And this card's effects are just kind of decent when you consider everything that you need for this to be usable. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can target one Colossal Fighter in your graveyard, special summon it. So it's like, it's okay if we have all the Colossal Fighter stuff, but this is kind of, it requires a lot to be usable. I don't think we have Colossal Fighter anyway. Alright, let's open up these 2 Legacy tickets. Let's see what we've got out of here, because, I mean, they're both glowing. I'll just go individual on these. Some people said don't skip, so I don't know. Maybe I'll halfway through, I'll just do it. Reaper of Nightmare is pretty good if I had Instant Fusion, but I don't. We already have the Ant, and we don't use it, so I'm probably not going to use it, but Reaper I kind of like. We've got Emblem of Awakening as a ritual spell for ritual we don't have, and this is Degenerate Circuit. So monster cards that are returned from the field to the hand are removed from play instead. I don't really see myself really using that. I don't know what that would even help with. I don't even know. It's like one of those specific floodgates that really doesn't come up all of that often. La 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 la.